Hello everyone, welcome back to our SAP ABAP tutorial series. Today we will discuss about database structure and the transaction code is SE11. It is another ABAP dictionary object, so we call it as database structure. So what is a database structure? It is just a layout of a table. It is just a layout of a database table. So as it is a layout, only this is the layout, okay, with some fields. For example, employee ID, employee name, age, and salary. Okay, these four fields are the fields of this database structure, and it has only the layout. It will not contain any records. Okay, database structure will not hold any data. It will hold only the layout of the table. Okay, but in case of database table, we can store data because it has rows and columns. Okay, so we can store data in database table, but in database structure we cannot store data. It is only the layout of the database table. As it is a ABAP dictionary object, so where can we create? We can create in SE11 transaction code. So let's go to SE11 transaction code and we will see our database structure and how to create database structure. Let's go to SE11 transaction code. Okay, to create database structure, we have to go to data type. Okay, we have to go to option data type. So we will give name as Z employee 1 and we will create it. Okay, so Z employee 1 is already exist, so we will see with Z employee 5. Create. Okay, so once I click on create, it will ask for data element, structure or table type. So we have three options. Among these three options, we will select structure because we are going to create database structure. We already have seen that how to create data element. Okay, with help of data type also we can create data element, and we can directly create data element in at table level also. Okay, so we will create data structure. So we will select data structure. Okay, now short description for database structure. See, structure for employee information. Okay, and we'll go to attributes, we'll go to components, we will click on fields. What are the fields? Employee ID. Okay, types, and the component type is we already create. Component type is nothing but the data element. Okay, component is nothing but field, similar to database table. Okay, the first field is our employee ID. So for employee ID we already created data element while we are creating database table. So we will give the same data element to our employee ID. Z emp is let's see, employee, what was that? We can the employee star, we can search help, search for data elements. Okay, how can we find that? We can go to SE11 once again. We will go to our database table, Z employee 1. We can select on display. Okay, we have to choose the database table option. We'll go to Z employee 1. Okay, this is our data element, Z emp ID 5. So we will select the same only, Z emp ID 5, and click on enter. What are the data type? Data type is char and the length is 4 for our employee ID. So next one is EMP name. Types. What is the data element for EMP name? Z EMP name 5. Okay, Z EMP name 5. we will select the same ZEMP name 5. Click on enter. What is the data type for the employee name? Character, and the length is 15. What is the data element? ZEMP name. If we double click on that, inside this data element, we can see our domain. Inside domain, we will have our data type and length. So the next field is age, types. What is the data element for age? We'll see Z age 5. Z age 5. Enter. What is the data type? NUMC is the data type and length is 3. Next one is salary. Types Z salary 5. Enter. NUMC is the data type and length is 6. So we successfully created 4 fields or components for our database structure, and we assigned the data elements same as our database tables that we have created while creating database table. The same data element we have assigned to our fields: employee ID, employee name, age, and salary. Okay. Now, once we created all the fields, next we have to go to extras, enhancement category, select can be enhanced. Okay. Now we will save the database structure to our local object. We will activate it. Now our database structure is created. Okay. One thing you have noticed, while creating database table, we have one option called technical settings. We can quickly see that there is one option is technical settings in our database table. While creating database tables, we have one option technical settings. But in case of database structure, we don't have technical settings. What is the meaning of this? If we have the technical settings, so when I click on technical settings, what are the things we can fill here? Data class and size category. Data class is nothing but the type of data will store in the table, and size category is the number of records. That is why we can store data in database table. As we have technical settings, so we have our data class and size category. With help of data class and size category, we can store data in database table. But in case of structure, we don't have the option of technical settings because it is only just a layout which have only the field names. Okay. It does not have technical settings. That is why we cannot store data in database structure. So we successfully created our database structure, and we covered one more topic or one more object, that is database structure from our ABAP dictionary. So as of now, we have covered database table, data element, domain, and database structure. In the next class, we will continue with program structure, and that is very, very important for our ABAP journey. Program structure, internal table are very important concept. So I hope you like this video. If you like, please like and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.